So first, with this question, we have been asked to compute the chargeable income of the company. I'm going over once again as Esther requested. So for us to get our chargeable income, we first need our net profit. Don't worry, I'll show my Excel. Okay, don't worry. Am I sharing my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So we will first bring our net profit. Then we'll now come and add repairs and then maintenance. Go to note 1. Ignore the repairs and then maintenance in the trial balance. Go to note 1 and you see is the repairs and maintenance. Out of this, an amount of 5,200. So meaning out of the 28,000 you are seeing in the trial balance, we were told that 5,200 was used to repair 2 photocopiers, which had a written down value of 8,200. So we'll add back the 5,200. Then we'll now come and compute the allowable repairs and maintenance and then take it out. Okay, so someone will ask, how do we compute the allowable repairs and maintenance and then take it out? So this is how you go by it. You first design your capital allowance computation. Okay, so capital allowance. For this one, it is very simple because you have been given, they have done it for you. Class 1, class 2, class 3, and then the date is here, so you know that it is balance brought forward. So class 1, class 2, class 3. And then what are the balance brought forward amounts? Class 1 is what? 4,200, right? So 4,200. What is class 2?
16,800.
And then class 3?
8,200.
8,200. Were there any additions?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. So we'll bring our additions. What are they? Class 1? Or computers, is it class 1, 2, or 3?
Class 1.
And then what is the figure there?
16,000.
16,000. Class 2?
24,000. That's the pickup.
That's a pickup. So meaning pickup is class 2.
Yes.
So 24,000. Class 3?
You sum up the plant and equipment. That's 2,400. Then furniture 800.
Plus what? Plus what?
Furniture 800.
Uh-huh.
Plus
Then
erection of concrete stand.
Montias, ye marine baba. You cannot create. No one asked me say we need you. O bim sim my din na me hwemo. And if you went to us. So but we are done. No? We are trying to know whether there was an excess or not. Okay. Whether there was an excess or not. So maybe someone would have done it this way. I bet underline way now. Then he will sum this up. Equal to So this is where we got the 18,000 from for the cost and for the repairs and then maintenance. Okay, so we come here. That's 18,000. 18,000. What next are we supposed to do? What are we to do next?
Charge we're supposed to charge I think 5% on the 18,000 or 3.
Hey, see,
20%, 20% of the 18,000.
Yeah, 20%.
Ask yourself, repairs and maintenance under what class? You know it is class 3, and then what is the rate for the class 3?
20%.
Very good. So what is 20% of 18,000?
3,600.
3,600. Take the 3,600 from 18,000.
14,400. 14,400.
14,400. Are we okay? So this with this amount, we charge 5%. With this amount, we charge 5%. So what is 5% on this?
720.
720. And then what would this figure be? What would the 720 be? So that one would be allowable repairs and maintenance. So with that one, are we lessing or we are adding, please?
We are adding.
Very good. We are adding. Wow. Very good. Why yeah. Allowable. Allowable expenses, do we add or we less?
The less.
So why are we adding? Any. We otiasie. Who are the we? Okay, allowable repairs and maintenance are over added. Allowable repairs and maintenance, you not add, we less. So this is it, you less it out from the 35,100 to get 34,380. When you are done, then you not move, they not come to your disallowable expenses. And then I'm telling you that with the disallowable expenses, you can see the notes I've added. They are expenses that, although are closely related to the business, cannot be claimed as tax reductions. Since these expenses are business related, it's easy to mistake them for allowable expenses. Okay, and then I was saying that number one is depreciation. As for that one, I know of it. Depreciation free. Okay, then I came back to the question. I took this off and then came back to the questions. Let's identify the disallowable expenses. And then I started from here. Yes. Salaries and wages. Obia and Sampa. There was just emoluments. No answer. Repairs and maintenance. Electricity and water. Subscriptions and donations. I was with this one. There was the total figure yet here. Any legal charges. That's why I skipped this one at first and then just came here directly. So let's use this one. Under subscriptions and donations, 3,200. Periodical newspapers. Are we disallowing it? Periodicals / newspapers. Are we disallowing it?
No.
Funerals, funeral
Where you read
issues,
that?
stuff. It is there. Xmas gift to landlady. You add back.
You add back.
Legal charges, 2,500. Defense of trademark, 500. Are you bringing it? Fines and penalties, 1,000. We are adding back. Collection of trade debts, we are ignoring. Formation of a subsidiary company, add back. Let's come to fines, field expenses. 2 new Nissan pickups, 24,000. Casual labor. Erection of concrete stand or fixtures. Incidental expenses. So with the 5 and 6, we have already done those ones. So we add all, and then now calculate our capital gain and then add that one also. Okay, so now let's go and calculate our capital gain. Sorry, our capital allowance, sorry. Let's work on that one first. So we did all this. So let me count down. I think if I use this one, it will be okay. So we got 720 here. So let's take this 720 out of the cost. This is allowable. Let's take this 720 out of the amount that was allowed, which is 5,200. What are we getting?
$4,400.
Hey, are you sure?
44,800. 44,80.
So this is
4480.
excess, which would be added to the class 3, so it will come here, SS. Please, do you all understand up to the point? Oh, my network. Anna, hey. One close. Okay. Please, do you understand up to the point I've gotten, or we have gotten to? How we got the
please,
allowable repairs and maintenance, how we got the capital allowance we are doing now. Are you okay?
please,
Yes.
where from the S's?
Okay. So you have 18,000. You calculated, look, this is how we do it. Let me open my question. You added back, you bought 5,200, you added 5,200 to the net profit. But we thought it was used to repair 2 photocopiers, which had a written down value of 8,200. So with that one, let's come back to you. and then computing your capital allowance for the first two. For the first two, you got 18,000. That is it. You worked 20% on it to get 3,600. So the difference we got was 14,400, and then you charge 5% for it to get your SS. It will be 5% on the figure you got. Then you take that figure out of the 5,200, which is the cost of repair of 2 photocopiers. Louis or Jacob, the one who asked the question, is it okay? GFK, is it okay? So let's continue. So this one we added to the class 3 because it's under it's repairs and maintenance. So class 3, we got this, and then we all know the rates for them. So class 1 is what? 40%.
40,
Class 2,
80,
class 3.
20.
Okay. So what is 40% times this?
$80.
Think 2080, too sure.
No, 80.
80. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is 30% times 40,800? If I could remember to 12,240. And 30% of 40,800.
Yeah, 12,240.
Okay. And now what is 20% of 22,480?
4,496.
4,400
4,496.
this way, right?
Yeah.
So our capital allowance is this plus this plus this. So this is our capital allowance, 24,316. So that one too, it will be disallowed. So we add it. So add back. Hey, you can hear me now. Where is it? Okay, 24,816. What is our written down value? For us to get our written down value, it is the cost, sorry, capital allowance from the cost. So 80,000, 80, 20,000
12,100.
less 80. Okay. What are we-
12,120. 121,020. Yes.
and then this one. And my so this is the written down value. Okay, so let's see the capital allowance we send. I'm coming. Where is it? Let's look for the capital allowance we use here. We got 24,816 per hour workings, and then per the question we were told that there was a capital allowance brought forward. Okay, so capital allowance of 23,000. So capital allowance 23,000. Then we add the computed capital allowance 24,816 to get 47,816. Okay, then now let's look for our capital gain. Our capital gain is from this part, the note 8. Okay, we were told that the management of Excellence Limited bought the building in 2019 for 33,000. It's a cost. So there's it. The cost of the building is the cost of the building is 33,000. Okay, and then from that, after they bought the building, we were told that they spent 10,100 to repair the building. That one is also here. Repairs 10,100. They didn't end there. They went further and then said they spent 10,100 to repair the building. In 2019, the management decided to sell the building, and out of that, they engaged a contractor to renovate the building so as to attract buyers. They spent 14,000 on the renovation. So we bought renovation. This is renovation, 14,000. Then from this, we were told that they engaged a sales agent who was able to sell the building in July 2019 for 76,000, but charged a commission of 10%. So the commission, the agent who was able to sell the building charge was 10% of the 76,000 at which they sold the building. So what is 10% of 76,000? 7,600, right?
600.
Very good. So that's it over there. 7,600. 10% commission. Okay. So you add all the costs they incurred. All the costs they incurred. You're getting 64,700. Then the consideration they received was the money they received in selling when they sold the building, which is 76,000. So you incurred all this cost to be able to sell the building, and then you sold the building at this. So you incurred 64,700 as cost of renovating and then being able to sell the building, and then you sold it at 76,000. Are you having a gain or a loss? Obviously a gain, because you sold it more than the cost you incurred. So what's the gain? 11,300. This is it. That's the capital gain you are seeing here. 11,300. Okay, so you add all to get 142,680. Then you less your capital allowance you have computed for 47,816. So you take that one out of the 142,620 to get your chargeable income. Okay. Now let's ask yourself, how much tax are we supposed to charge? With that one, you ask yourself, where was the building or the business located? I think I had Derek teaching you today also. So you weren't told whether it was in Accra or but we all know that when charging your tax liability, it is 25%. But we weren't told whether where it was also, or we were told. I'm not sure we were told. So we use 25%. So we charge 25% on the 94,864 to get 23,716. Then the casual labor in the question. Casual labor 4,600. But we don't want to, we charge 5% on it, and then we add it to the what's the name? Tax liability we got. Okay, so we added, and then that will be the total tax liability payable. Okay. Am I okay? Are you okay? Sorry.
You are seeing stars. Oh,
You said?
yes.
Oh no, if you have any question, ask you. Ask. Don't just leave now. Ask. Is there any other question? Umbisame. Is there any question? Is there any question? Is there any question?
Cephas,
Yes, Abigail.
yeah, please, the formation of subsidiary company, why is it added? Like, why are we not allowing it?
I'm coming. So you are forming a subsidiary. You are forming a subsidiary company. If you were to be the one, will you add it? Yes or no?
So the subsidiary doesn't fall under the parent.
It is not part of the parents.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma. How many are you? 24. Any other question? Okay, let me check. Please pose the question. It's on the page, oh. It's on the page. Yes, it's on the page. Is there any other question? Is there any other question? Is there any other question? Are we okay? Let me stop recording.